Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Make this season merry with Quartz Ready Cash. Get all you need with a cash loan of up to $20,000 and pay nothing for 90 days. That's right, you pay nothing until 2024. Plus, you can enter to win up to $20,000 in the Ready Cash Mega Money Roadshow. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Apply online at shopquartz.com or visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash store and make the season merry with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, Minister of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture Carlos James will on Tuesday, December 5th, 2023, deliver the keynote presentation on sustainable tourism for small island developing states during the Climate Action Innovation Zone at the United Nations Conference on Climate Change 28th Conference of Parties COP28 in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Island Innovation is the official program partner for the Island of Hope's Island Stage, taking place between December 4th to 8th. The 5 days of action-packed programs will bring together key actors from small island states, climate-vulnerable regions, donors, investors, and the private sector. According to a release from the Agency for Public Information, this immersive event space will be a catalyst to accelerate climate adaptation and resilience through capacity building, problem solving, and matchmaking to secure a sustainable future for islands at COP28. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in its capacity as pro tempore president of the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States (CELAC), is hosting the 45th meeting of National Coordinators of CELAC today, November 30th, at the University of the West Indies Global Campus. Some 26 delegates drawn from the 33 CELAC member countries are gathered at today's meeting, to be chaired by Dr. Douglas Slater, National Coordinator of the CELAC Secretariat. Dr. Douglas Slater, in an interview with the API, said that the meeting seeks to advance the process of formulating a CELAC declaration for the 8th Summit of Heads of State and Government of CELAC in 2024. The document will be refined over the coming weeks and submitted to Ministers of Foreign Affairs of CELAC prior to the summit for the review and approval before submitting to the heads at the 2024 summit. It is expected to include decisions or proposals aimed at further strengthening the unity and the socio-economic development among CELAC member countries. Still on the local scene, approximately 350 trainees participated in a Youth and Adults Training for Employment (YATE) graduation ceremony at Kingston Methodist Church today, Thursday, November 30th. After a 4-year period of intense work, this graduation marks the culmination of this YATE program, a component of the Human Development Service Delivery (HDSD) project, which is funded by a loan through the World Bank. The YATE program was designed to assist unemployed and underemployed youth and adults between the ages 17 to 45 to develop the basic competencies needed to obtain employment and/or to pursue further employment-related training. Unemployed youths and adults participated in CVQ Levels 1 and 2 programs, which aim to provide quality, competency-based certification consistent with labor market needs. The primary target would be to gain a minimum of 5 CVQ units. An aspect of the training focused on entrepreneurship, life skills coaching, career coaching, and financial management, which has been impacting the participants even after completion of the training. Following completion of in-class training, trainees were assigned on work attachments with employers. The training spanned areas such as electrical installation, plumbing, data operations, food preparation, food and beverage, welding, housekeeping, cosmetology, and general construction. On to news in the region. A group of residents have sued a public utility company in the U.S. Virgin Islands after authorities there reported finding high levels of lead and copper in the tap water on St. Croix. The report caused panic and forced tens of thousands to rely on bottled water. The class action lawsuit, which is expected to be served in the coming days, accuses the U.S. Territories Water and Power Authority and Seven Seas Water Corporation of improper monitoring and failing to provide safe water, among other things. Andrew Smith, the public utilities CEO, condemned the lawsuit on Wednesday. He said the agency acted swiftly and transparently after the test results became available and that officials are still working to improve water quality in St. Croix. Lee Ji-ron, whose firm filed the lawsuit last week, said in an interview on Wednesday that her clients have children whose blood tests show high levels of lead in their system. Guyana has embarked on a series of sensitization programs on the Guyana-Venezuela border controversy with its citizens as the CARICOM nation stands in defense of its sovereignty and territorial integrity. On Friday, the International Court of Justice, the ICJ, will hand down its order on Guyana's request for the indication of provisional measures aimed at preventing Venezuela from holding a referendum over the ownership of the Essequibo. According to Loop News, in the build-up to this, Guyanese have been making it clear that the Essequibo belongs to Guyana, with government ministers and organizations making definitive statements and slogans. In an interview on Tuesday with a radio program in Antigua, Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben said the Guyana government is worried about the nature of the referendum, which in itself wants Venezuela to vote to excite passions in Venezuelans on the issue. On the international scene, 3 people have been killed and several wounded after 2 gunmen opened fire at a bus stop on the outskirts of Jerusalem, Israeli police said. The attackers were also killed. Police said 16 people were injured in this morning's shooting. Emergency services evacuated 8 of the more seriously wounded victims to nearby hospitals, the Israeli ambulance service said. Police in West Jerusalem said the gunmen arrived at the scene in a vehicle armed with firearms, including an M16 and a pistol, and opened fire towards a crowd of civilians at the bus station. The attackers were subsequently neutralized by security forces and a nearby civilian, police said. Ammunition and weapons were found inside the car, they added. Israeli media reported that the 2 attackers were brothers from occupied East Jerusalem. Hamas has claimed the gunmen who carried out the shooting were its members as per a Telegram channel affiliated with the group. In a statement, Hamas said that the operation came as a natural response to the unprecedented crimes conducted by the occupation, citing Israel's military campaign in Gaza and the treatment of Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails. Finally, in sports, Uganda has qualified for the Men's T20 World Cup for the first time with a 9-wicket victory over Rwanda in African qualifying. The win meant the Cricket Cranes, ranked 23rd in the world, clinched second place in the 6-team tournament in Windhoek, Namibia. Uganda will join Namibia at the 20-team finals in the United States and the West Indies next year after the Eagles qualified with a game to spare on Tuesday. Having opened with a win over Tanzania and then a defeat by Namibia, Uganda upset Zimbabwe in their 3rd game on Sunday, winning by 5 wickets in their first T20 international against a full ICC member. The East Africans subsequently cruised to a 9-wicket triumph over Nigeria and beat neighbors Kenya by 33 runs on Wednesday to move to the brink of qualification. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WEFM's 3 p.m. news. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Attention shoppers!
If you miss Black Friday at Courts, fear not!
Courts has extended its Black Friday deals just for you!
Enjoy incredible savings up to 70% on a wide range of products, including furniture, electronics, appliances, mattresses, homewares, accessories, and more.
But wait, there is more.
Pick your discount. Get up to 100% off selected items.
Plus, take advantage of the Quartz BOGO. 50% off credit purchases and 25% off cash purchases. Hurry, the clock is